Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Tyranny. Yes, I thought I'd start today's session here in the bastard city, Tyrann's Court, purely and simply because of the music. So good. And the reason why I'm choosing to savour the music at a time like this is because, well, the end is nigh. We're soon to be finishing this game. I reckon there's probably 2-3 sessions tops left. And I always get to this kind of reflective stage once I know a game is soon to be ending. Sort of think back of my experience of the game, how I felt playing it, what have I enjoyed, what have I perhaps not so enjoyed, and particularly pieces of music that I've enjoyed, because I'm a big sucker for music in games. And yeah, sounds like a good time to enjoy this particular piece. So anyway, I've been doing most of this waiting for the recording to start, so I'll spare you any further. But yes, we are ready now to head on out to Cacophony to deliver final judgment on the Voices of Nerat. Now, you'll remember if you've watched for the entire series that right back at the very start, the Voices of Nerat came as one of the Archons and responsible for the campaign, and you know, the conquering of the Tears came forth and took control and shut down, if you will, Calvina's guild that she was a part of, that she was a guild master in, a magical guild. Shut that down. She spent most of her life in that guild. It was her livelihood, it was her life, it was what she'd known for a long time, and she resented that, and she's sat on it and she's let it bubble. And her goal when she became a Fatebinder was to do everything by the book, impress where she could, to sail through the ranks as quickly as she could, to make herself a prominent member of the Fatebinders of the court, be in good favour with Tyranny, so that when an opportunity presented itself to exact a form of revenge, should the opportunity come round, that she would be in the best position to do that. She knew early on that Fatebinders can indeed cast judgment even on the Archons themselves, as difficult as it may be. And, well, we are getting that precise chance. Right now, she is off to Cacophony to cast final judgment on the Voices. Now, he's not going to come quietly, is he? It's not going to come quietly at all. We've basically said that we're going to carry out Bled and Mark's work, and so there's going to be some kind of a showdown. Unbeknownst to Calvina, I suppose, at the time, something a bit further has come to light. She initially had designs of becoming an Archon herself. She's a woman that likes a promotion, very career-driven. And she is now an Archon, but she has dabbled in the arts of the Overlord. She has cast her own edict, and therefore she questions whether she should stop at merely becoming a pawn of Kairos and be, an Archon, or whether she should go that step further. Perhaps that's a step too far, and it's too early for her to get involved in that kind of thinking. She doesn't want it to cloud her judgments, doesn't want her to cloud her actions. One slip here against the Voices of Nerat could be fatal, and so she will focus only on what she has got laid out in front of her, and that is to deal with the Voices of Nerat. Here we are, Cacophony. Look at the size of this map. We have potentially Scarlet Chorus teeming here, all over the place. Camps and tents, Bloodhounds camp, Blood Chanter camp, Scarlet Fury camp, Cacophony Marketplace, and the Beastman pen. And right there at the back of it all, is the Voices. So without further ado, let's make our way towards our destination. This is not going to be easy, but it's going to be fun.
Right.
Calvina's magic ability has been increasing for some time. The past couple of sessions it's been quite noticeable that She has shown many signs of great magical prowess. This is going to be required at this particular juncture. To arms! Lantry will be required to heal us, but he has got plenty of healing ability available to him as well. He's been advancing through the arts too, you know. Right. AoE Flame! AoE Flame. Barik is suffering a little bit, but it's just temporary. It's a temporary measure. Temporary measure. We shall deal with the situation. We just need to pull back here. We're just getting a little bit touched. We don't like being touched. No offence to anybody, but we don't like to be touched. Okay, there you go. Lantry with a nice heal. Yeah, Calvina's just a little bit too close for comfort, if you ask me. But hey, she's perhaps feeling buoyed, feeling brazen, given the recent announcement of her Archon status. Oh, look at the chain attack there.
This is useless. I should try something else.
This weapon isn't. On your knees, worm!
Nice. Calvina's has taken a wound, apparently. Right, we shall head left, and we shall keep saving after every encounter. I do not wish to redo anything here. Waste time, no. We got things that we need to be doing. Now, what I propose to do here is actually pull them round. Because if we go here, we've got a bit of a situation where some of them are on higher ground, so that could be awkward. So if we can kind of pull them all to the same level, that would be beneficial. There we go. Fall back. No. Fall back, please. No. Fall. Okay, that'll... a bit further back. A bit further. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Right, off we go again. Flames of Distraction. Rolling boulders, rolling flame, people burning. It's all so glorious. Chain lightning. Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. What the hell is he doing? What are you trying to do, Buster? Do not place your hands on an Archon, you fool!
Will do.
I'll tell you one thing that I particularly found quite good in this game is the the AI. Obviously, I've left the AI on pretty much all the time, and it's proven to be quite useful. Lantry heals pretty well without me having to interfere. It's very rare that I interject. He uses his support spells pretty well. I find that the AI is really sort of lessened the burden on the micromanagement side of the battles to some degree, which has been quite fun. You compare that to something like Pillars of Eternity, it's very rare that... I know we set up some AI scripts eventually. What is this, an accessory? Recovery time with wounds.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot more micromanagement going on. I mean, we did have a slightly bigger party, only slightly, with 5 rather than 4, but some of the AI scripting there you could set up was quite complicated and quite useful at times, but even so, I still feel that degree of micromanagement was involved in that game, and of course some of the battles were far tougher. It's been nice to be able to kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit with the micromanagement in this game, and just maybe focus a lot more on our own character. Oh, look at that. Some kind of beast pen. Beastmen Pit, quite self-explanatory. I mean, are we progressing towards the voices as quickly as possible, or are we literally going to clear house first? Clear every single Scarlet Chorus member? I mean, we're not overly concerned with doing that. We never have been. About being, you know, anybody that stands in our way en route to where we're going, fine, but all these minions, once we have dealt with the voices, will no doubt scatter to the four corners anyway, so why waste our time taking care of a load of beasts, for example? Just serves no purpose.
I got it.
I think I want to stage this combat here as well. Getting my party up this bridge could be problematic, so... There we go. Oh, Barrett, 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 come hither, come hither, come hither. He suffered a wound. Must be bleeding. Right, there we go again. Ding, ding, ding. Round 3. There are slightly more enemy here, which is a bit of a problem. Just bear with me. Micromanagement is required at this one. Right, Lancher's going to have to do his... Has he already done it or not? No, this one, the big AoE heal. Is he doing that or not? How do we use that? It should be spellcasting blocked. Why blocked? Is he silenced? Oh, he is silenced. Ah, bugger.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
Ooh, okay. Let's just get that. Right, okay. Big heal, please. Ooh.
As you command. Take me if you can.
Wow, that was close. That was close. Very close. Wow. Lantry pulling it out of the fire there, literally.
I should try something else. I'll tear your skeleton out by your ass. You'll have to hit harder than that. On it.
Your wish is my command. Hard enough for you? No? You want more? I'll give you more.
This weapon is entirely worthless.
This is useless. I should try something else.
Archon.
Confront the voices of Nurat. Apparently this is classing us dealing with the situation where
Will do.
there's still more chorus down here though, but as I said, we're not necessarily all about taking the whole lot of them down at the, you know, we're happy to press straight on to the big man. Okay. I think we might need a couple of tries for this. We might just need to pop some potions. We shall see. We shall see. But this is certainly not going to be easy. He just sits there on a chair. Look at him, so nonchalantly. Not a care in the world.
Your campaign ends here, maggot of unreason. We have no intention of joining the uncounted corpses littered in your path. For all the fealty to the disfavored, has the Archon of War ever set you above his northern inbreds? No? He would have sacrificed you 10 times over to save some brain-dead grunt from stubbing his toe.
To be quite honest with you, we understand that, and he thinks if we were swearing our fealty to Graven Ash because we were after Ash's favour, well, he's sadly mistaken.
We could have been magnificent together. But instead, we will have your bones fashioned into a scepter, your skin knotted into a belt, and your tongue fed to crows. At least crows know the meaning of respect and gratitude.
Calvina delivering the writ of execution. As decreed by the court of Tunen, there shall be no feast here today.
You would bend the very laws of Kairos against me?
Oh, there's been no bending required. Think you'll find all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, all above board.
It would appear even we have not seen all the ways this might unfold. Well played, Archon. It is a rare treat when we are actually taken by surprise. Your mind will go nicely with our collection.
Dozens of voices laugh in unison as the Archon brandishes his blade.
What an annoyance you turned out to be. Tunon's court has a long history of regurgitating only the most insufferable, conceited agents. You are no exception. And you won't be the first we've dispatched. Attend to us, darlings! There is more than one way to skin a fate binder, and we will show you as many as possible.
Oh boy. Oh.
Come, gather around and watch us destroy the fate binder.
Huh? Is this a rumble in the jungle?
Heads up, we have company.
Okay, so they're all watching. Now, there's only one of him at the moment, but I mean, using my knowledge and experience of many a game, if this is going to be a fight, all of us against him, I'd be completely shocked. There's bound to be some ads coming eventually, usually when he gets a bit weaker. I'm going to try it without any sort of assistance for now, see what happens. Okay, what we got here? Uninjured. Okay. Calvina?
Help?
Oh, there you go. What did I say? What did I flippin' well say? So this is the fragment of Kiram. So this is actually the voice's own, like, fragments here that he's kind of setting on us. I mean, do we take these down first? I don't know. I think we should probably do so. Oh dear. Right, we got. I think Lantry's gonna have a big part to play here. What the hell's going on here? It's growing in size. Right, I'll take down the ad. You just focus on the rat. What have you just left me here for, my barrack? What are you doing, you fool? The voice is here. Bloody hellfire!
Do that.
Okay, we've taken down one of his little cronies. Let's come back out here. Okay, Lantry, just get a nice little heal. Oh, he's casting Restore the Land already. That's good, that's good, that's good. See, I told you, he's a very clever man, is our barrack. Is our Lantry, sorry.
On it.
Want to know a secret?
Harsh words would cause more harm than this useless weapon.
Right, Barrack's got that under control. We turn on him. Turn on the ads. And the voices is after Calvina again.
As you command.
Well played, well played, well played. Saved me. Calvina runs for her life.
Out, you little shit.
My wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
Can we make him prone?
I'll hit you twice as hard next time.
I think my wisdom is finally catching up to my age.
Grovel before me.
Same again, team. Same again.
How is it? See, impossible.
He sounds a bit more. He sounds a bit more concerned, doesn't he? How is this even possible? Nice heel, Lantry. You are certainly not, sir. You are certainly not. Oh, Barrick, no. Keep the voices under control, please.
That's it. Bleed for us.
Keeps teleporting
We are
near Calvina. Who's this? A fragment of Brennix. Oh, Ash's son! That proves that Ash always had the inkling that Brennix had fallen due to something foul, something dark, something not normal, and this confirms it. This confirms that the voices on the rock did indeed have something to do with the death of Ash's son. Jesus. Be very careful here.
Oh, don't surrender just yet. We've more to show you.
So we should be probably taking note of everybody who he brings back here, because they are probably pertinent.
Why can't I hit anything?
Will do.
Oh god, we're all over the shop here. We're all over the shop, and here comes Horatia. Don't recognise that name. Oh, I love that. I love that chain effect. Come on, Barrick. No. Calvin, what are you doing? Oh, he's down already. Is he down? Here we go again.
Pity you won't enjoy this as much as I do.
How is this even possible?
Come on, come on!
Give us a warm embrace. Approach us, you insignificant little morsel. We would have a word with you.
The Archon clutches his robes, the tears of which shine with dim, green flame. Plug your ears. First you hear nothing but the muffled roar of blood rushing through your head, but another sound rises up over the din. Raucous laughter. It grows to such volume that your ears prickle in agony. The moment you can take no more, it subsides into an even chuckle.
Did you think we could not make ourselves heard if we wished it, you naive and despicable fledgling?
The Archon shakes his head and chuckles to himself.
Whatever the thoughtless rabble may whisper about this moment, don't delude yourself into thinking you are powerful, that you matter, or that someone out there isn't greater still. We came from nothing. Our deeds defined us to the people, and the people knew us as a monster. Did you imagine we were always flames, voices, and secrets? Think on that. You Archon of misguided decisions.
Continue plugging your ears.
Have it your way. Enjoy the luxury of strolling from everything we built, as if it were so many sticks knotted together with blades of grass.
Something about this strikes their voices as funny. He begins to laugh. Short bursts develop into violent, uncontrollable spasms of an insane joy. The voices lets his hands fall from his robes. The very flames that defined him as a shapeless being whip into a frenzy, consuming him as they burn. You hear a distant, incoherent chorus of screams in the back of your head, but as quickly as it rises, it fades to silence. The Archon of Secrets is extinguished before your eyes.
No! Not like this. We were so close!
Shit. I guess that just happened. Good thing I'm still part of the gang, right, boss?
So much knowledge was in that hive of a creature. If Narat weren't such a wanton monster, I'd almost shed a tear for his passing. Just think of how many tomes his minds could have filled. Though I suppose most of it would have been sketches of torture and fornication.
Is that thing finally dead? I'm actually asking because it was difficult enough to tell that he was alive. Huh. And just like that, the Scarlet Chorus are leaderless and simply amble off into the sunset, right?
I got it.
Look at that. Final scream. And also a dagger. Could be useful for verse. Is that a dagger? Gentle touch. Look at that. You acquired final scream. I think we'll take that. Verse. Okay, so this is not a dagger. This looks like it's more of a sword, really, given its accuracy and its recovery time, so could be something for Barrick even. Let's try that. It's exactly the same as Dauntless, but it's just got a slightly different set of traits. Extra damage, crit, multiplier, bleeds the foe, 5% hit precision. This has resolute, which dazes. I quite like the daze effect here. Yeah. Toss it into the old junk drawer. Put it in a place it deserves to be. Right, what's that? Final scream. Trying to weigh up whether or not it's a staff, actually, or not.
I'll just hold on to this.
No, it's not a staff. It's definitely it's a one-handed weapon again. Does crush damage rather than slash. So if ever we need crush damage rather than slash, then we'll use it. But is there going to be any more fighting to do? There could be, because there are more Archons out there. So return to Tunen. Return to Ash. Who do we go back to first? I think we'll go back to Ash first. We've dealt with one Archon. We need to ascertain what's going to happen to the second in this campaign. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Scarlet Chorus no longer hostile with us. You would be mad to be hostile, wouldn't you, after your leader's just been slain by us? You wouldn't dare speak a word out of turn, surely. Right. Let's go. Iron Hearth. I would prefer not to have to fight Ash, but I can't see him bending the knee, and the request of Kairos was that there should only be one Archon that rules the tiers, and the others have to either die or bend the knee. So, how's this gonna go? Calvina. The one-woman Archon wrecking machine. Wow! Look at the reception. Erenyos, Radix, Marek, all the big guns.
Yes.
Wow! Intimidation much?
I see no fresh blood on your armor, but I sense that something has happened. Where once many congregated, there is now an absence. That can mean only one thing. The voices of Nerat is no more. Can this be true?
Before he can go on, Ash's shoulders tremble and he clutches one arm to repress the shaking. He squeezes his eyes shut, only opening them once again when his composure is restored. He's been showing signs of some issue for a little while now. They're not solemn about it. Yes, I have destroyed the Archon of Secrets.
At last, the Scarlet Chorus are undone. We can properly conduct this war and subjugate the tiers as Kairos intended. That I can see this day, while the voices of Nerat grows cold. He would never forget this indignity.
Oh boy. Oh god. Yeah, we do have this little problem to sort out, don't we? I suppose we might as well broach the subject now. Why put things off? He's planning to conquer the tiers, but before we conquer the tiers any further, there needs to be an understanding who's going to rule them. In line with Kairos' decree, only one Archon may rule the tiers.
Yes. I thought we would come to this. I had hoped to avoid the confrontation. Your service to my army has been exemplary, and I hate to lose a friend on the eve of victory.
Oh dear. That seems to me like he's suggesting he doesn't intend to back down or bend the knee to Calvina. We didn't expect it to happen, of course.
I knew you as Tunon's pupil, but now you are an Archon, and so much more. I would see you continue in your service to Kairos, but as my ally rather than my enemy. Bow in allegiance to me, and Kairos will be appeased. We can govern this lawless land together, and invite the savages into civilized custom.
Bend the knee, right? Bend the knee. Well, of course, Calvina hasn't come this far herself to bend the knee.
I was afraid this would be your temperament, and it saddens me. Power should have humbled you, but it has made you vain. What do you propose, then? Will we fight to the death needlessly, or will you reconsider my offer?
I wonder if him bowing to us will rely on the favour that we have with him. I don't know what the favour is. It's level 5. We're not going to attack outright. We're going to give him the option, of course. Calvina simply stating plainly that there's no need for bloodshed. You can bow to me. Hello? What? Yes, I'll go in half an hour. Bye.
A proposal as insulting as it is laughable. You are an Archon in your infancy, unproven, untested, and unprepared for the trials of leadership.
Okay. Perhaps it's not going to be a favour thing, and perhaps it was just never going to happen. But we're going to continue to press this matter to give this man who, out of the 2 Archons we've encountered, that were leading the onslaught of the Tears, seemed to be the most amicable. One more chance. Graven Ash. Submit. I have proven myself the true general here. I have taken down the voices. Your army is mine to command. I probably wouldn't put it quite like that. If he's not going to, submit with kind words, I hardly think he's going to submit with slightly harsher ones. But hey,
Yours? By what possible right? By what mad ambition do you challenge my...
Oh, he's faltering. Hang on. The strength behind his words falters, and Ash goes silent. His brow creases, and the severity of expression diminishes as he looks to the soldiers around you, the countrymen he proudly marched into war. He studies them each in turn, nodding as some unspoken truth is confirmed. Attack while he's distracted. Jesus. I actually think there's a peaceful resolution here, and Calvina would seek that. We have no specific grudge against this man. If he bends, that is perfectly fine. But it's true. This is very true. I fought at their side, while you barked orders from afar. They're mine in all but name, Ash. They know it. You know it. And I know it.
I am not ignorant to the wisdom of your words. They pierce me like a lance through my heart, but there is truth. This conquest has opened old wounds. At times, I have not acted like the leader that my army deserved. I was an accomplished warlord in the earliest days of the Empire. There was no fortress I couldn't breach, no distance I couldn't march. But the years have reduced me. I cared too deeply for my legion to see them suffer. I lost nearly everyone for whom I cared, and suffered for those I sought to protect. I would not wish this for anyone. I submit to your authority as Archon and Master of the Disfavored. Where you lead, I go. Where you command, I follow.
Wow. No wise choice, Graven Ash. The Disfavored will see their honor restored under my rule.
Fatebinder, you have proven yourself a truer general than I ever was. I relinquish my hold over these women and men, and place them in your keeping. I ask only that you be good to them. They are far from home, and deserve treatment and leadership befitting their noble blood. I submit to you. As your Archon, I will obey your laws, carry out your orders, and protect whatever ways of life you see fit to impose on the Tiers and beyond.
I thank you. Oh.
You carry a heavy burden now. It is no small task to lead a legion. Their lives and their deaths are yours to bear.
Yes, Calvin, I hope you don't get yourself into, ruling over a land, a people, a legion. Slightly different from managing a few scribes in a guild, but hey. I mean, you have come a long way since then, I will admit.
At times, the strain was too much to bear, even for the likes of me. Devotion claims a heavy toll, and over the years it wore me down until...
Are you alright?
Fine, fine. Ignore an old man's wandering mind. You are yet young, with the world laid out before you. Your soldiers will look to you for guidance. You must be ready to take on any challenge on their behalf. Lead by example. Lead with the iron fist of the disfavored.
Well... yeah, not about deeds. Certainly not about necessarily for the North! Queen of the North! Yes. She will do everything in her power to be deserving of this honour. She will ensure, of course, that she does everything in her power to ensure that the people prosper, that the Tears men and women are allowed to enjoy as many freedoms as possible. And all that kind of jazz.
The time has come to bring glory and triumph to this conquest. Go now, and bring order to what remains of the Tears. I will stay behind with the army, training and preparing to carry out your will.
I can hardly believe it. You are the great general now. I will adore Ash to my dying day, but I never expected to see him bend the knee. A gang of your very own to order around? That's damn impressive. Even if you consider they're a bunch of ironclad northern crybabies. Give me a fortnight and I'll whip them into shape. Well, I will... she will do her best to ensure that she, as she said, do what needs to be done. And all that kind of stuff.
Then I can pass on my authority with a lighter heart. Remember, Archon, it isn't enough to slay your foes by the thousands. You must always remember why you fight.
Maximum loyalty. But we still have final judgment to attend to. Archon stands tall and regards you with a respectful bow. An honour as always, he says. Thank you for showing Ash mercy. Ready to march at your command. Oh, look at that. Look at that. What's the verse got to say? Fatebinder. I never thought that anyone could get the jump on the voices of Nerat. He outlasted most of his enemies and ate the others. He was this great, bottomless thing. I just assumed that he would be around forever. And now he's dead. Sad to believe. Really. I'm happy. But he also gave me this life, this name. I hated him, but he was incredible. An artist. What I'm trying to say here is that I'm impressed. You've exceeded my low expectations. Yes, you think he's really dead? If we're being honest with each other, I have my doubts. The voices could scheme 1,000 steps ahead of anyone. I can only imagine that he has something planned for his death. Some contingency. It could be so complex that we might never recognize it if we even saw it. It might not even happen in our lifetimes. If we're lucky.
What do you need?
Right, I have to dash off somewhere now. So I can't continue on. So I shall leave this session right here. We have achieved two things, two great things in this session. We have, of course, defeated the voices of Nerat and carried out Tunan's judgment. And then we have returned here. And we have managed to convince Graven Ash to bend the knee, which I didn't think was going to happen, but then, if you think about it, compared, you know, the whole favour system, game mechanics-wise, I suppose, then it should have been a possibility. It was a possibility. Had we have had a lower favour with the disfavoured, that would not have happened, I can almost guarantee it. So, anyway, to the Bastard City we go for what I'm assuming will be the final session next time out. There are still, technically, 2 Archons left. What the hell are we going to do with Tunan and possibly Bled and Mark? Find out in the next session. Until then, see you soon.